Hello, everybody. It's James with the Tolerance Break. Hope everybody had a good week. And I hope you're going to have a good weekend. This week, I'm going to speak about the first event that happened after breaking my tolerance break. Now, the reason I broke my tolerance break more had to do with me getting a girlfriend time in a long time. That played a much bigger role in breaking my tolerance, but my tolerance break. But this is the first event after breaking my tolerance break that kind of pushed me more back into smoking every day. Now that is a combination of things, including the girlfriend that I had received or I had gotten. Um, but this is another thing. Life is about compounding issues and things that happen over time build up and lead to one thing after another. My sister got pregnant. 39 years old, first child, and we were having a little celebration, with her boyfriend and his friends and our family. It was just a small get together because you don't want to tell everybody when you first get pregnant, right? But we were smoking, and I didn't see any reason not to smoke since I had already broke my streak. And at that time, I was smoking about every 4 days because I've come to the realization that I don't want to take long breaks because it's not necessary. After about 10 to 11 days, my tolerance is pretty much all the way gone. Now, this is because I did the work of taking a long tolerance break prior. Now, if you are smoking every day for 10 years and then you take 11 days off, you might not get the same results because I took I took 3 to 4 months off. Now that completely, it don't matter who you are, how much you smoke. If you take 4 months off, your tolerance is gonna be gone. I mean, there's no way you're keeping it in your system, right? Unless you're severely obese and you don't work out, you don't drink water. Maybe it's still in your system, but that's an offshoot case, and you know uh, that has to do with bigger problems, I think. So that's not really what I'm speaking to. I So when I smoked at my sister's party, I was already smoking about every 4 days. That bumped it up because I had smoked the day prior to the party. And I was like, I'll just smoke the next day. And I got really high the next day. The tolerance was still pretty low, but I smoked the next day after that. It took me a lot more to get high. And then the next day after that, 5 days later, smoking every day, I'm not really getting high anymore. Like, it's altering my perception of things. It's altering my personality a bit, but it's not getting me the euphoric feeling, the pure joy that I received the first time I smoked, or the first time I smoked after that long break. Both times it felt like the very first time, which was fantastic. The reason I started smoking is because of how much joy I got for so little effort. It's kind of like getting drunk for the first time and how food tastes so much better. First time I got drunk, the food is unbelievable. I mean, now it it doesn't do it as much. I don't drink that often, so it's still, if I have a Long Island before a meal at a Mexican restaurant, it does make the food taste better. Drugs do things to you that alter the way you. Now, the that's where tolerance comes in. The more you do it, the less it alters your perception because your perception is ongoing, being changed in a different way. You're not getting the one time spurt anymore. I don't know if this is true at all. This is just from my perception of how, you know, doing smoking weed at like every 12 days. At this point, smoking weed every 12 days is beautiful. It's you tolerance is completely gone. So it's like the first time again every 12 days. Now when you have a regimen like that where you're smoking every 12 days, you're missing out on doing it with your friends on a day that's not falling between those 12 days. So it's a tricky balancing act, you know. I prefer smoking with friends, but if it's been 12 days, I'm having a hard day. The smoking helps me get through a very hard day. And everybody has hard days. So don't feel ashamed. I don't feel shame for using it to lighten my day and make life a little easier for a temporary time, you know. And it doesn't just make it easier, it makes it enjoyable even when you're having a bad day. Well, when I'm having a bad day, it instantly makes my day enjoyable. Now, it may only last for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, but that is enough time where you're feeling joy or happiness that it carries over past the point when you're really high. So to me, it's invaluable, and that's part of the reason I love marijuana. Now, if I smoke every day and then I stop smoking, it's the complete opposite. It will take a totally fine day and turn it shitty, because I'm this every day is okay, tolerable, content because of the weed. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for content. I'm not looking for tolerable. I'm looking for it to take a shitty day and turn it into a good day. That's where I think the value falls. Um, a little bit of ramble. Sorry. I appreciate anybody that watches, and you're a hero for making it all the way through. If you did, and even if you didn't, you're a hero, in my opinion. Thank you for anybody that tuned in. Next week, I will be talking about another major event in my life that happened. I don't know if I'm going through the major events too quickly. This is a very small timeline so far, so it's not like I'm uh, stuffing a year into 2 videos. This is still only 2 months since I was doing the videos every week. Well, I appreciate anybody that tunes in. I'm gonna be back next week to make videos. Sorry, this one was late. Like I said, I don't know if I said it in this take, but I uploaded a video. The second half of the video was very choppy and couldn't even be listened to. So I hope this one turns out better and it stays up. Love you guys. See you next week.